Fun promotion, baby. Let's go. Yeah, baby. Okay.
Good little swap and you rocking with Fun Promotion. On God.
Fun Promotions.
Fun Promotions Lab, man. Let's get it.
Fun Promotions, man. Go.
Fun Promotions.
Fun Promotion. Rocking with my dog, FUNG.
Super restaurant in this building, bro. Appreciate you coming through.
Yeah.
Want to tell the people, tell the FUNG family who you is?
Alright, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Retro Messiah. And shit, I'm born and raised here in Atlanta. I'm producer for Quality Control, and shit, we here.
Yeah, let's go. So where you originally from, bro?
From the west side of Atlanta, Perkins Road, which is not too far from East Point. You know, Zone 3, shit.
Okay. So how was it like growing up in Zone 3 Atlanta, Percocet Road?
I mean, shit, it ain't easy, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like, shit, I had to grow up fast, you know what I'm saying? I seen a lot of niggas goddamn make mistakes, you know what I'm saying, when we was younger and shit, so it definitely like show you how to survive out here, you know?
Okay. So what was it like how was you like as a kid growing up over there? Like what was you into, or what was you doing to stay busy, like your teenage years,
like,
stuff like that?
Shit, elementary school and shit, like, you know, shit was just, you know, kid shit.
Right.
I fuck around and moved to Clayton County, right up in Forest Park and shit.
Okay.
And shit, around that time I started skateboarding a lot and shit. Like, I just fell in love with skateboarding, really. Like,
okay.
So I used to just hang with my skating friends and shit. That really kept me out of a lot of trouble. You know, like, once middle school hit, niggas started doing all that fake gang banging and shit,
Yeah.
all that dub shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So how did you get into skateboarding? Because I don't think that's pretty common for Atlantic, West Side Atlanta kids.
It's just like, man, it was just some organic shit. Like, I had a homie and shit. He used to just skate all the time. And I think my first board was like a little old beat up board. I just was learning to skate, like just ride. And then I fuck around and got my own like professional board. And from there I started taking it serious. And it was because really I stayed so close to my middle school that I couldn't catch the school bus. Like, they was prioritizing picking up the kids who stayed farther out. Like, everybody who stayed more than a mile away, like, they was the ones catching the bus. I used to skate to school every day because I literally was right down the street.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So around that time, skateboarding and growing up, was you into music a lot then, or when did you start like listening to music? You would say.
I was always into music. I just started basically recording. Like, I used to even record. We used to record on for everybody who knows. Like, we used to record on Mixcraft and shit back in the day. Niggas used to rip the Mixcraft and shit and record on that shit. Pick a little YouTube beat and just go from there. And then, you know, so that was like the beginning, just recording on little Mixcraft and shit, you know.
Okay, so you started off as an artist laying vocals down.
Yeah.
Okay, so what started you to do that? Cause I know you do beats and stuff.
Yeah, I started
do a lot of stuff, but what made you start with the artistry first, like, or as far as vocals?
I don't know, man, just rap shit. Niggas used to just grow up rapping, so that's what I did. I used to just rap some of this shit, and then kind of as I was making more and more music, I started making my own beats. I had this iPad. I started making beats on the iPad, and I was just like, when I first started, so I was making beats on iPad, iPhone. I was doing that shit up until really like last year. I got signed really off the shit I was doing on my phone.
Damn. So what age? So let's talk about the you doing the vocals and you rapping first.
Right.
What age did that come?
Shit. I want to say like 12, 13, really. Like
12, 13?
Yeah.
Okay. And so was you going to an actual studio or?
Nah, just little rinky-dink studios. Niggas have a little computer, little mic set up and shit, little shit like that.
Okay, and so from 12 to 13, what age did the beats or production come out?
I want to say right around like 15, 16 type shit, yeah.
Okay, so what was your journey like them 3 years in between starting to rap and then doing beats?
It was like on some amateur shit, you know. Niggas ain't gonna think much of it. They just think, you know, you just doing what everybody else doing. Like, it was just kind of like I was put into that category. Niggas thought, you know, I was just a little SoundCloud rapper, or you know what I'm saying, some little shit. It was like on the amateur level, and pretty much as I was getting older, I was learning how to do it more professionally, you know.
Okay.
That part.
For sure. And so, what was what happened, or when did you make that decision to just let me try making some beats myself? Like, what was your mind?
I used to always write. Like, I used to start off writing. I started off writing in little composition notebooks and shit. And then, you know, I used to just try to make my own beats and shit to go with it. Cause my older brother, my brother Avery and shit, like my whole family really musically inclined. Like my brothers and shit, they used to have a little rap group back in the day, but I ain't never really want to be in that group. I just want to do my own shit. So like, I just was, you know, just trying to do my own shit.
Okay. And so when you started doing beats, you said you started on the phone usually.
Yeah.
I get a lot of people, producers that say like they start on the computer, obviously, but they'll start with like Fruity Loops or something like that.
Yeah.
But so on the phone, what made you go to the phone rather than the computer? And then what software, what you were using on the phone?
Okay, so yeah, I was using GarageBand, and I just didn't use the computer only because I didn't have one, you know.
Okay.
And it was just like the phone was more convenient. You could tell, like, you know, back in those times, that was when the iPhones and shit was really, really popping off and shit. Like, you had to have an iPhone. And once I seen that I could make beats and record on my phone, I really was like, shit, fuck the studio. I'll make this shit on my phone.
Yeah, definitely. So, how long did it take you to kind of find a sound cooking up on your phone?
Shit, it took me at least like, I was developing for like 2 years really, like from 2016, 2018, I was really just on the phone, really that whole time. Everything I got on, like I got over 35 sounds on my SoundCloud, not even including no features or none of that shit, and all those songs are recorded, mixed, mastered, and produced on my phone. So like, that was really like when I was developing this shit.
Okay, definitely. So, on the artist side, were you dropping any projects or?
It was just a whole lot of singles, really, just a whole lot of singles and collabs. I only did one project, which was like a birthday tape, and that was in like 2019 or something. It was just a little project for my birthday, really.
Okay. And so, when did the beats start catching traction? What would you say like caught more traction first?
The beats definitely, cause I started. Basically, like, this was right around time when Dub smashed and all that shit. Yeah. Everybody was making them little dance videos and shit. Yeah. I used to put my beats on there, and they started catching traction. Like, I used to see all the little upcoming dancers and shit using my beats and for their videos and making challenges out of them and shit. So that really showed me, like, the beats really could, you know, take me somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. So, when you was doing the beats and found the sound, you said it took about 2 years. In that journey, the 2 years finding a sound, were you able to get any beats placed, or how was you linking up with artists to get people to actually hop on your beats?
Like, really, I'm gonna say Mr. Hotspot. He was like the first nigga to give me a placement, and it really just was cause basically I had this song called "Be My Friend," and it was like a challenge that went with it. Basically, Mr. Hotspot, he heard that song and like made a dance to it. And from there, like, I would always get a lot of fans and shit in my comments and following me just from that song, that dance, and all that shit. And
you talking about what's the name of the song about Mr. Hotspot?
No, it's called "Be My Friend."
Be My Friend, right?
Yeah, he remixed. It's really my song. He remixed it type shit. So
I let him. My friends.
No. Not that, Me and My Friends. Basically, let me show you. It's well, anyway, I'll show you later. Yeah. But yeah, the song is called "Be My Friend."
Be My Friend, yeah.
Me and My Friends is a different song.
Different song, yeah. That was just a mistake. But,
yeah. So that's two different things. But basically, yeah, he hopped on that song, and that what it was. But the placement, I had ended up. He sent me this video of him singing. And like, I put a beat to it. That became the song "Hold Your Heart" by Mr. Hotspot too. So at the time, I know his platform already had well over like 1 million followers. So like, that was the first real major placement I had got.
How did you end up linking up with him, or how
Oh
did you
yeah,
contact
basically
him?
it was a post. He posted on Instagram. He was looking for some producers and stuff, and a lot of people was tagging me. So he DM'd me first, was like, "Yo, see people tagging you, you must got the beats." And I was like, "Yeah." So I sent him. Actually, no. Let me take that back. It wasn't "Hold Your Heart." It was the song. I did this remix to. It was like the Sonic, like the first level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I remixed that and made it into a beat, and I sent it to him, and he like hopped on it like really probably like 2 days later and put it on his SoundCloud. It's called Green Hill Zone, because that's what it's called, Green Hill Zone. So he made like a song called Green Hill Zone off that beat, and that was like 2016 really. So
Okay, that's
and
what
from there we had that relationship, and we just was working more and more.
Okay, so who was the next artist after that you would say what's some that was established at all in the industry that started rocking with you?
It was Hotspot, then it was Michi. I'll say after him, it was Hotspot, then it was Michi, and then like shortly after that, Chance the Rapper, he tapped in on my Instagram. He followed me, and I sent him a pack or whatever. He didn't necessarily do nothing to it, but he still followed me and he still showed support on social media. Yeah, he tapped in, and Jeremiah tapped in on the ground. I seen P&B Rock, he tapped in on the ground and shit too. Then like pretty much, I didn't really have no real big industry placements, but just last year, the 41 song and shit, that shit went viral. You know
and
what I'm saying?
And Frank was telling me about that, and that was a kind of an international connect.
Yeah, that was with dude in Vietnam and shit.
Yeah, how did that how did you in Atlanta cooking up? How did that you connect with him?
It's just like I seen him on the gram. He was like singing in the forest type shit. He was like singing the numbers, and I just kind of like heard the rhythm in his voice. So I put the beat and the guitar and shit in the back, and then basically I got that placement because his manager seen me on Instagram. I tagged him in it. When I first made the song, I was riding in the Uber, and I had the song playing, and I recorded a clip. And he thought that the song was on the radio. He like, oh, that's on the radio, that's tough. Like, send me that. So I sent it to his manager. His manager was uploading on his story, listening to the song like literally that same night. And he sent it to, his name is Ytiet. He sent it to him, and I guess Ytiet, he liked the song so much that he shot the video to it in Vietnam, and he put it on his YouTube, which had like 200K subs, and like that shit did like 300K the first day.
Yeah.
So it was out of there from the time he dropped it. It was just out of there.
Yeah, for sure. I can see a lot of questions I'm asking you. It's like a lot of connections or placements that came through Instagram or social media.
Really social media. Definitely.
Where'd you learn how to be so network savvy or social media savvy?
I just feel like social media is what sets the trends and stuff. So I would just like, instead of trying to really follow the trends, I try to just do something that nobody else is doing, and that's how I go. Like when you set something and you be trendy, majority of the times the people who on top, they gonna hop on and follow the trend too, because that's how they stay relevant. So
exactly.
I seen that even from when I was making the dance challenges. People with these big accounts will hop on it and they'll, help promote it. So that's pretty much like, that kind of became my strategy, was just like making stuff that like people will really want to like, copy, or challenge it or whatever, make the challenges and stuff. So really when I seen that, I didn't really think it was gonna be a challenge, but he started going, he was already viral on TikTok, so like people just started TikToking the song, and then from there, like I said, Wiz Khalifa, he remixed it, which I didn't even know he remixed it until I seen it on YouTube, man. It was already cool because the song was copywritten and all that good stuff by then, so it was cool.
A little bit, I want to take a little bit back. I didn't get to, I forgot to ask you about your inspirations when you started doing music. Did you have any like top inspirations as far as like artists and then producers on the producer side with your beat making?
Shit. As far as artists, I was listening to a lot of Migos back then. Just a lot of just trap shit. So, and then as far as artists, well, producers and artists, this producer Brandon Thomas, he was the dude who made the beat for OG Mako, the beat you guessed it. Like
Right.
I would listen to his shit, like his beats and shit. Like bro was doing some, he was producing for Cardi and shit like that back in the day. Like that was the type of shit that really inspired me, just because he was so wavy and versatile. Like I would listen to shit like, you know, Lil Yachty when he first came out, and just the type of productions that them niggas was having. Like it'd be like a smooth, like a real smooth melody, but like a hard 808 in the back, like that type of shit.
For sure. So now, with the inspiration and putting all your work in now, 2021, what would you like describe your sound as? Just overall, your rapping, music, and beats, everything, just you, your sound.
My sound would definitely be like something in a way of its own. Like I think my shit is something like really ahead of its time, like just futuristic. Really, it's trap like, but it's futuristic trap. You know, just like really futuristic sounds with some 808s in the back. That's how I describe it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
You got some dream collabs that you want to collab with? Anybody want to collab?
Yeah, probably. You know, Lil Baby, I guess. Lil Baby, Lil Yachty. Pretty much people at the label. I just want to work with everybody on my team, really.
For sure, for sure. And how did that come about, the QC connection? I seen obviously QCP followed you if you're on label, whatever.
Yeah.
I seen that connection. Who was the first to reach out to you from that team?
Well, yeah, it was definitely Pete. Like he hit me. Basically, where I was saying, so Ytiet, his manager, him and his manager had like I guess they was talking at the time because everything was going so viral and shit. So basically, P went to Miami to meet up with his manager. They was talking about so Ytiet, and he asked who made the beat, and then his manager and me was already plugged in. So he called my phone with P on the other end of the phone, and P got my number and it called me that same night. Like we tapped in, and then I had a trip. I went to New York. This was in August. I went to New York for like a week. But once I got back that next week, I had went and met up with P at the studio, and I played him some stuff. And from there, we was just politicking, negotiating, you know, how we gonna make it work. So we came up with something that worked for the both of us. You know, just for starters, you know, I told him I'm an artist and a producer, but I'm really focusing on production right now. So we came up with a production deal and stuff like that, and worked it out.
Okay, and when did that become official?
September. Yeah, it was September.
September. So since September, and that's been official. How's it been going? You said like as far as connections and everything.
It's been lovely, man. You know, it definitely puts me indoors and I have access that I've never had before. You know, and give me the opportunity to work with artists. Like when I tap in the studio, no matter who it is, it could be the biggest artist to anybody in the label. You know, they gonna still show me that same respect. You know what I'm saying? They gonna treat me like I'm somebody on the team, and that's just how I prefer to work. You know, not really having just getting straight to it. You know.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So like, what's some of your favorite people to work with right now? Like either collabing with producers, artists hop on the beat, artists that feature with you on the song.
I would say like as far as I've been focusing on my beats a lot. I think Twisted Genius, he signed to QC.
Yeah, definitely.
Twisted, he always he always be down to work, and he works so fast but so efficiently. Like, bro, will really start the beat, and like every sound he adds, that shit gonna be fire. So I love working with Twisted. Like he cooked that shit up, like, and it really inspired me because, like I said, I only been on FL for like a couple months now, probably like no more than 6 months. So I be trying to learn from people who already know what they doing for the most part. So yeah.
Right. And so how was that transition from, because you were, like you said, you were on the phone, and then you just got signed, and then obviously once you get signed,
I'm like, I had to upgrade.
You can't really cook up on the phone no more.
Yeah, like basically, it was cool because pretty much music theory applies the same way. It's just like the difference is like on phone where I want to do a shortcut, I can just like zoom in and do it like that, but on the keyboard, it's obviously like I gotta key it in with the commands and stuff. So it's actually been pretty smooth. Like I'm actually able to get on there and really make some fully furnished, polished beats and shit. So I've been getting way better like at my production on the MacBook because the software is much more powerful than the phone, obviously.
Yeah.
So,
How long it take you to cook up a beat? You would say?
I mean, anywhere from like half an hour, anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how simple or complex the beat is. But it usually take no more than half an hour to a whole hour, really.
Any studio essentials you need while you're cooking up?
Nothing really, probably a bottle of water and a joint, really.
Right.
About it.
Yeah, for sure. So what's some goals you got that you would say like overall, like with your career that you want to see yourself at? It might be like an award or or like a type of
definitely for me, it's to just get some charting hits up there. Being able to work with some of the top artists in the game, and definitely to really become a pillar in my city. To the point where even in Atlanta, like niggas know like that's retro.
For sure.
Like some shit like that, really.
For sure. And then in the future, do you ever see like you having like producers or artists under you?
Definitely, yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I got a little homie out in France. That nigga only like 15, he hard. I told him when he turned 18, I'm gonna sign him.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. That's hard for sure. Any artists or producers right now that's upcoming that you working with or you've been rocking with that's like might not be as well as known that you want to shout out?
Oh shit! Shout out my boy Jay Fox. I mean, he not underground. Well, he's still underground, but he signed with QC too. Basically, he signed to QC before me, and I knew him before he even was signed. Basically, I was like, shit, bro, I'm gonna see you up there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy because a week before I was texting, I'm like, bro, shit, I'm about to go up there for a meeting. I might be signing up there. Where you at? He like, oh, word. So like, yeah, so some shit. Yeah, shout out my boy Jay Fox. Shit, really shout out to everybody who really just been supporting me, my day ones and shit, my family and shit. That's pretty much what I want to shout out.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to the family, shout out. So on the artist tip, what you think like the realest bar you ever said in a song? What's the realest thing you ever said?
Damn, I be dropping some real gems in my shit.
What's one of them?
Alright, shit. I said, these niggas funny like Chris Rock. I'm having gas like a pit stop. She slept on me, now she missed out. I hate broke bitches like wet socks. Like, everybody hate wet socks. Like, that's a bar. Like, if you ever stepped in some shit in some dry sock, like, you ever try to go to the kitchen and step in some water, and you like, what the fuck? What's sock wet? Like, so shit, like, I just be saying a little ignorant, but it be clever shit too, though. Like, or like, man, I just be saying some shit, like, really, I don't really think about it.
And I know you mentioned when you was in the label talks, everything with QC and getting everything together, and you just laying out your vision with the team, and you said you focus on production right now. Are you ever gonna go back to being more focused on artistry, or where you see the future
like,
as that, like
I want to
splitting your time with both?
I want to basically build my platform as a producer, get nice and established, get some hits under my belt, and then, once I build my platform, then I can just, because I can do both, like, just as good as I make beats, I rap just as well. So I just feel like it's more of a demand, you get it? Like, it's everybody rapping right now, so it would make more sense for me to get in on the production side because I can assist all the rappers, as opposed to like, it's easier to get a beat off than it is to sell a verse, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like the market right now is more based on, the demand for beats, so I try to just make beats that people want to rap to. But, once I get established and I'm like, I have the budget to pretty much support myself, I want to be able to rap on an independent level to where I can keep all the back ends. Because when it come down to it, like, whatever they give you on a rap check, you got to recoup that before you see anything, really. Everybody know that. So, I just try to, like, be smart about it. So, yeah, I'm signed right now as a producer. If I was to rap right now, I still get to keep that because I'm not on paperwork for that. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, yeah.
Right. That's all right. So what's coming out next? You got some placement you could talk about?
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I got to basically shout out my guy Christian Crosby. He's the personality host for Philadelphia 76ers.
That's hard.
He's hosting the All-Star game in Atlanta, too.
That's hard.
I got placement with him, the song called Strong. And that shit, we already got the paperwork done,
Yeah.
shit ready to go. That shit going crazy. So yeah, shout out my boy Christian Crosby. All-Star Weekend, we going crazy.
Anything else coming? Oh, that you talking about?
Definitely, I know I got another placement with my boys AL and Teo. They,
Oh, yeah.
I got
Teo,
some
for sure.
placement. I got like 2 songs with them. I know they talking about dropping it on like their next project, not the one they about to drop, but the one after that. Those songs already finished and stuff. Them shits was sounding real good too. And just been trying to really, lately I just been cooking up a lot of beats, trying to like shop them around with the artists and the label and stuff like so. Just pretty much never know. I just have the time. And I got some shit with my boy 2 Feet Bino. If y'all not familiar with him, he with the PDE. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I've seen the Instagram.
Yeah, so yeah, he been going real viral. He been dropping videos on World Star and stuff like. He with the whole like Young Nudie PDE like EA campaign. So
yeah, for sure.
basically, me and him, we tapped in. We got some stuff too, some unreleased.
Okay, that's all right. All right, and then how would you like describe yourself in one word? Listen.
Shit.
One word.
Extraordinary. I think like the way my work process is, like, bro, I promise you, it's nothing like anybody ever. Anybody who know me, where it come to like how I work, they'll tell you like it's nothing like you probably ever seen because, like I said, even from the 41 stuff, like I heard that literally, and I made that song like. I didn't really make the song, it was already his lyrics. I just took the beat and built it around his voice. But I did that literally in an Uber ride. Like, let's say, from the time it took me to get from the house to get to here, like, it was done.
Yeah.
It was done. And that's just how it is usually, like, and that was all off the phone. Like, if I show you some of the projects on my phone, you'd think, like, this some shit a nigga put on his album. But I dropped it like that type of shit as a single.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. For sure, for sure, bro. For sure. Appreciate you coming through. Any last words you wanna give before we get up out of here?
Nah, y'all already know it's retro. We tapped in.
Yes,
Funk
sir.
winning.
Appreciate coming through. Shout out my boy Frankie. Shout out Dwayne.
Yeah.
He
Shout out
done hooked
Dom.
me up with the T.
Shout out NYSFB Magazine, bro.
Y'all already know. Tap in.
That's a wrap, bro. Appreciate
All
you.
right. Yes, sir.